Good morning, everyone. My name is Ezekiel Arida, and today we're going to talk about the controversies and conflicting views in Philippine history. One past but many histories. This module analyzes the different controversies and conflicting views in Philippine history through the use of primary and secondary sources. It synthesizes the four historical events in the Philippine history, namely the first mass in the Philippines. Number 2, the Cavite Mutiny. And number 3, the retraction of Rizal. And number 4, the cry of Balintawak. These historical events need to be understood carefully to better contextualize present-day Philippine society in terms of culture, economy, and qualities. Reading in Philippine history is divided into three periods. The first period is pre-colonial, the second is colonial, and the third is post-colonial. In particular, the colonial period has three segments: the Spanish, American, and Japanese period. Needless to say, present Filipino society, culture, and politics are products of influences of many colonials. Nevertheless, such rich colonial past is riddled with conflicting perspectives that paved the way for numerous controversies to arise. One controversy is the actual site of the Catholic Mass held in the Philippines. Many Philippine history books suggest that it was held at Limahuasa, Leyte by Fray Pedro de Valderrama, after the Spanish conquistador Ferdinand Magellan arrived in the island and established the cordial relationship with the local on March 31, 1521. But in 1995, an Agusan del Norte, Butuan City representative filed a bill in Congress contesting the accepted fact that Limahuasa was the site of the first Mass. The bill asserted that the first Mass was actually held in Masao. Readings in Philippine history. Alleged retraction letter of Rizal Cedula remain in question. Different accounts of the eyewitness provide conflicting venues and dates for the historical cry of rebellion. Despite the existence of such conflicting views and controversies, the significance of those events and the Filipino heroes and martyrs crucial to the independence of the Philippines from Spain should not be downgraded. This vital role in the development of Filipino nationhood and nationalism should always be recognized. Butuan, according to the findings of the historians Sonia Zaid, however, a marker in the front of St. James the Great Parish Church in Bolinao, Pangasinan, claims that in 1324, Fray Odorico Pordinon from Friuli, Italy, officiated the Catholic Mass in the Philippines. Despite the conflicting claims, the National Historical Institute reaffirmed the earlier findings and pronouncement made under Republic Act No. 2733 in 1960, declaring Limahuasa as the site of the first Mass. Another controversy in the Philippine history is the real story behind the 1872 Cavite Mutiny. The mutiny was considered to be unsuccessful and ended with the execution of the three Filipino martyrs: Father Mariano Gomez, Father Jose Burgos, and Father Jacinto Zamora, to which Dr. Jose P. Rizal dedicated his book El Filibusterismo. This execution of the three priests is considered to be one of the catalysts of the 1896 Philippine Revolution. Furthermore, Rizal's restriction of his writings against the Catholic Church remain to be very controversial, since there is still no solid proof that he did retract his writings despite the pressure of alleged letter of his retraction. If in case the concrete findings can be made regarding this controversy, it will be considered very valuable in understanding Rizal's nationalism and patriotism. More than that, on analysis of the retraction controversy can be used to benchmark in measuring how present-day society values martyrdom, courage, and bravery. Lastly, up to the present, the exact location and date of the cry of rebellion, in which Katipunero rebels denounced Spanish colonization, marked by the historical timing of the cedula, remain in question. Different accounts of eyewitness provide conflicting venues and dates for the historical cry of the rebellion. Despite the existing of such conflicting views and controversies, the significance of those events and the Filipino heroes and martyrs crucial to the independence of the Philippines from Spain should not be downgraded. Their vital role in the development of Filipino nationhood and nationalism should always be recognized.
I'm Junket M. Pasolat, Cavite, Motini. Cavite, Motini, January 28, 1972, with a precinct of 200 Filipino troops and workers at the Cavite Arsenal, which became an excuse for Spanish repression of the embryoning Philippines nationalist movement. Ironically, the harsh reaction of the Spanish authorities served ultimately to promote the nationalist cause. The mutiny was quickly crushed by the Spanish regime under the reactionary governors. Rafael de Izquierdo magnified the incident and used it as an excuse to calm down to those Filipinos who had been calling for governmental reform. A number of Filipino intellectuals were seized and accused of complicity with the mutineers. After a brief trial, three press, Jose Burgos, Jacinto Zamora, and Mariano Gomez, were publicly executed by three subsequently become martyrs to the cause of Philippines independence. Mutiny, any overt act of defense or attack upon military, including naval, authority by two or persons subject to such authority. The term is associationally instances of defense or attack, such as mutiny on board a merchant ship, or unleashing of slaves in the state in which slavery is recognized by law or custom. Mutiny should be distinguished from revolt or rebellion, which involve a more whispered defense and which generally have a political objective.
The retraction Rizal. A retraction from Rizal would mean that the church was incorrectly and yun mas maligned by Rizal through his works and action. We can't deny the fact that the church is too uptight it older moral high ground and would valiantly defend at all costs. Rizal retraction would undermine the legitimacy of the revolution. Filipinos suspendedly will have no just cause to revolt against the Spanish rule. A continuous Spanish secular rule would mean a continued religious and financial dominance of Catholicism in the Philippines.
The first Mass in the Philippines. Philippines was held on March 13, Easter Sunday. It was conducted by Father Pedro de Valderrama or Ferdinand. The first Mass in the Philippines mao ni siya naghatag og dakong impact sa atong relihiyon. The Philippines mao ni siya na history about sa relihiyon na tungod ana diha nagsugod ang mga tao og tuo sa Ginoo. Ug diha nila gihimo ang tanan na pagsimba, pagwali or basta mga kuan lang nila, pamatuod lang na naay Ginoo. Kay ang Philippines manggod mauni siya na lugar na makaingon kag 90% na mga Kristiyano na gatuo lang sa Ginoo, og tungod kitay una-una na discover ni Magellan ug nadungguan ni Magellan na anang mga panahon na ni Magellan, og naa siya tulo ka goal na mahitabo jud na ganahan niyang mahitabo. Una, gold gusto niya makakita og kayamanan diri sa ato ang nasod, kay more magud og kayamanan nato ang nasod, like kuan na basta mga daghan pa. Dayon God, ikaduha kay God. Gusto niya maipabalo sa tanan ng mga tawo na naa dioy Ginoo. O ikatulo kay glory. Gusto niya na maila or mailhan siya na bansay na tig-explore sa kalibutan. O mao ni ang the first mass in the Philippines. Thank you.
My name is Catherine Paslan and my topic is all about the cry of Balintawak. In the late August 1896, member of Katipunan led by Andres Bonifacio revolted somewhere around Caloocan, which included parts of the present-day Quezon City. Originally, the term cry referred to the first clash between the Katipunero and the civil guards or Guardia Civil. The cry could also refer to the tearing up of their community tax certificate or Cidulas personals or defiance of their alliance to Spain. The inscription of Viva la Independencia Filipina can be also referred as term for the cry. This was literally accompanied by patriotic shouts. Because accounts of the event vary, the exact date and place of the event is unknown from 1908 until 1963. The event was through the race occurred on August 26 in Balintawak in 1960. The Philippine government declared August 23 to be the date of the event in Quezon City. That's all. Thank you.